Shut up. Hey. Normally I do most videos for my about my babies, but today I'm just doing this for my wheelchair life. Why'd that come off? I'm right-handed, not left-handed. But I'm making 3 baby hats for a friend in Australia. I've never met her, but I wish I had, because this lady, she's been through a lot, but she opened my eyes, along with her husband, to forgive my mum for her mentally abusing me throughout my life by saying she didn't want me, she wished I was never born. If she could, she would have put me up for adoption, but my dad wanted me. If my brother had lived, I wouldn't be here. And then other things that she used to say to me. She finally got a wish in 2012 when I was 32. I'd had enough. And I was in a comfortable situation at the age of 32. So this lady in Australia, she was in the same community kind of thing with me. And she lent me that to move forward in life and stop me from being bitter. You have to forgive people who's really hurt you in your life. So I forgive my mom. I forgive my sisters that wanted me dead, because they didn't want me dead, but they didn't care if I lived or died. Reason being is I'm an Orthodox Jew, I'm a Hasidic Jew, and I walked away from the Hasidic way of life because I found Jesus just after I broke my back. Well, the day I broke my back, I found Jesus, and my family didn't like that because they don't like him, and I'm doing a hat, and my mom and my sisters, I'm drinking black coffee today, and I do love my Avengers, and I don't always drink black coffee, it's just I want to taste coffee today. I need it. A lot of things went wrong last night, and then tomorrow my son has major surgery, so I've got a lot going off in my head, so I just want to drink black coffee. I will not be taking black coffee with me tomorrow, but I will be taking coffee, because I don't know how long his procedure is going to be. I'm going to Google it, but he's got to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we have to leave our house about 7:20. Parking's okay because it's not too bad. My favourite oak. That's my favourite colour, as you can tell. But it's not my favourite. My favourite's silver, purple. All colours of purple, obviously. And this. So, yeah, a lot going off in my mind. This is going on my T2 paraplegic. I'm in work right now, and as you can hear, my son is watching gaming people on YouTube, on my channel, which is a T2 paraplegic one. Is watching it on there. I'm constantly deleting my history watch so that he doesn't always watch the bad people. And because of what I do, I can't turn my YouTube into kiddie YouTube. Have I thought about getting him his own channel? No. He's bloody 7. He don't need his own YouTube channel. Of course, he's immature right now, because yes, he's only 7. So he's got that innocent mind where everything is good, everything is fake, you know, there's no real problems going on YouTube and gaming. Richie does have a Roblox account, and I joined Roblox to keep an eye on my kids. It's just a little prong out that sticks out, and I just tag it, and then after a while I drop the tail so it doesn't pull up like that. And I'm using this is my jumbo, and buy enough of the same dialogue to complete projects. I've already got enough. It can be machine washed on cold and tumble dry. It's a medium 4-ply, so it's not a thick. Yeah. Let me push you back a bit. Yeah. I didn't go to the gym this week because my eldest is 11 and he's got Crohn's disease, and he had an operation on it last Tuesday, and tomorrow is Hunter. So I've had a nasty week, should I say. But because I do believe in God and I do believe in Jesus, He always tests the strong ones to see how strong you are, or to prove to you how strong you are. Because we always say we're not strong enough, we're not good enough, and God says otherwise. And like a father, He'll do things to prove to you that you are good enough, you are strong enough. So I know I'm not doing anything on travel right now. Like I said, my 2 children have had, well, one's had an operation last week and this one has this week. I don't know how it happened, like they're a week apart on their operations. Hunter's gallbladder stopped working 2 years ago. We didn't know about it up until recently. And he got really sick. On the 12th of May, he was hospitalized for 3 days. And they gave him antibiotics because they thought it was just an infection of his gallbladder. And I pushed for further tests. I said, well, he's still in pain, he's still vomiting, he's still not eating. If you don't eat soon or anything like that, he's going to die. So I pushed the doctor. I didn't have to push him too hard because we were always on the same page. Because he said he's showing signs of some children that I see and operate on. And he said, I'm not trying to scare you by being honest with you, but it could be one of them children that I might have to operate on, but I don't think I will. We did the final test and it proved that it's not working. Everybody's gallbladder runs between 35% and 40%. 40% you're good. Easy 0. So his gallbladder's dead. They said it could. The doctor said, I want to operate. And I know what's going through your head. Well, he's lived with it for 2 years. But look how sick he's got. And yes, he could live with it for another year or so. And then you'll see a huge problem arise where he might die. He said, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I have never sugarcoated with none of my patients' parents. And I'm saying it in front of him because he's 7 years old and he don't understand. And I have a few more rounds to go. See, it's open because it's summer. I want to do summer ones because they're coming into their summer soon. Excuse me. And I have 3 to make, which didn't take me that long, about 3 days. For 2, maybe a day. It took me a day, and then it's about 3 days, and I've had all 3 done. So it don't take me that long. I don't know whether to take it with me tomorrow and just crochet or loom, as this is called. I'll leave it, but I'll also have my baby with me. Toby. So I don't know. I got these for Christmas. The little looms. I have no idea what to make with these. Well, Hanukkah, because I don't celebrate Christmas. I do celebrate Hanukkah. Hanukkah fell on December the 25th last year, so it doesn't this year. So we don't use the lunar as time. Oh boy. And no, I don't do things about war, so don't come and joke my butt because I'm Jewish. I'm over everything. That's evil. If I was in my 20s, yeah, I'd give you a good fight for your money about it. Of course, I'd be always Jewish, so I'd always stand with my people, but I would have give you a good fight back. I'm 45 bloody years old. My stupid, childish ways is long gone. It's time to grow up. And that's what I did. I grew up. And I'm planning on doing my pens are falling out of my bloody pen holder because my kids keep coming in, taking my pens and breaking them before they get back to me. So, kids are kids. I used to do that to my own father, so payback's a bugger, right? Yeah, I used to be terrible. I used to draw. My dad used to give me paper and he said, right, you're bored, you like drawing, then draw. So I used to draw a little piece. I said, Dad, I want some more paper. He said, what about the rest? You've got a full canvas. I said, Dad, I've just drawn that. I used to call him Abba. I said, yeah, I've just drawn that. I want more paper. He says, no, Becky, you're not getting more paper. You're going to get what you got. And there's 2 sides to it. Use both sides. So my dad was always like that. You're not just drawing a little piece of a person and then skip into something else. Folgers coffee, black. Doesn't taste that bad, to be honest with you. Every coffee I've had that I've drunk black has always left a nasty aftertaste. This doesn't. And this is the classic, because I'm looking in my kitchen and I can see the thing, but I can't see the writing because I'm farsighted. Don't ask me what time it is on my coffee maker, that I can see straight in front of me, as I can't see it. I can see the number, well, I can see the white number, because it's a white clock. But I can't tell you the time because it's just like just jumbled white. Jumbled white. So it's Folgers Classic. And my sister used to always get Folgers Dark, and I never really liked it because it was just too much. Too much for me. And so I got the Folgers Classic. And she used to drink Classic too. But sometimes she just wanted something else. And then she used to drink Rocket Fuel coffee, that's an energised coffee that you can get in Britain. Because we grew up in Britain. We grew up 15 miles away from Leeds. 15 miles away from Leeds, and yes, most of my family are Leeds fans. I'm a Liverpool fan. I broke the mould and I went Liverpool. My first husband was an Everton fan. You can just imagine what our house used to be like back in the day. I have been married twice and neither one's turned out the way I wanted it to. I give my all, but they don't give back. Plus, my last one doesn't like Jews, but he knew I was a Jew when he married me, so But then again, he hates God, he hates Jesus. What the hell's wrong with that? And he don't believe in Satan either, and he's not an atheist, because he'll tell people he's a Baptist, so there you go. He sits in the kitchen all the time on his phone, and he's just got up and gone somewhere. He's always in the kitchen. He doesn't join the family in anything. He is American.
Gotta be in every video.
This is on Earth, the one that's on the operation tomorrow. He is my wild child. He does not.
Yeah, I like to be on every single video.
He likes being on every video. He's on my other channel constantly.
That's my favorite.
He's not shy. The other one's shy. You can hear his voice, but he doesn't like me to always put him on camera unless he's laying on me and then he knows, well, I'm laying on Mum. She can't help but grab me. This one, I've just done a stitch. A little tight, I guess. And I don't want to wreck it. Because it's not that tight, because I can actually move the stitch. It's just not grabbing it, so I'm going to grab it with my finger. And I got it. Because on this lip here, there's like a jagged piece. And that's how it came. And yes, I got it off Temu last year. I got another one off Temu. But it's stuck. I don't know what it's stuck on. Okay, it's stuck on this. I don't need that yarn. But what's going off here? I don't know. That was making like a blanket, but he realised it's not that big for a blanket. That's my husband's phone going off. tell him it's 2 o'clock because sometimes he thinks I don't set mine for 2 o'clock because I do medical things. Obviously, I broke my back almost 8 years ago, and have I ever stabbed myself like that? No. If I do, I don't feel it because I'm broken from up here. So if I stab myself, no, I don't feel it. No, I don't have marks. Because I'm constantly checking myself to see if I've got any sores because I'm always sitting on my butt. As my kids call me, lazy. Because their dad calls me lazy too, so he always says get up and walk. When I had my first when it first happened is thank you. I had a message from Tina. They screwed me around. So what I bought, I have just got credit back on it because it's not yet been delivered. And it's almost 12 days late. So they will be giving me my money back. Sick and tired of Tina. They used to be good when they first started. And then they went sloppy because a lot of people decided to use them a lot. So I'm going to go another few rounds on that. That's why my body looks like it is. It comes in here, I'm like an hourglass. But very big here and here. And yes, again, right, after breaking my back. But when it first happened, I almost went down into the depression side of I wish I was dead kind of thing. Because all I did was the best thing that should have happened to you was death. You should have died. The best thing that should have happened is it killed you. And I'm off that now. I got stronger. I used it. I use a negative into positive. Like, you think I should be dead? Think again. So I fought back on it, and I fought him, and yes, I came from my husband. Now he's never helped me during my injury. The PT, the physical therapist I had, she did everything. She learned me how to sit up, and eventually they learned me how to transfer in and out of a truck and in and out of a car, and now I can do everything myself. I'm very independent, totally independent, and I don't need no one to help me out. I can do it all myself. I don't give a rat's butt. If I drop anything and I can't pick it up, because my husband's got my grabbers and he uses them, so that now his. I call my children, I say, look, I've dropped this, I can't pick it up. If I can't pick it up, I'll find other means to pick up, because if I go on the floor, I can't get back up off the floor yet. After 8 years, I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm just looking what's behind here, but I don't know. Yes, I did move my camera because I'm moving everything. So yeah. No, that's kind of cold, and I don't like black cold coffee, so I'm not going to drink that. probably just go get some water. I do drink a lot of water when I don't feel exactly good. I sat outside in the backyard. But then everyone else followed me. Like my husband, the dogs. And the dogs jump all off me if I'm in the backyard because I don't normally sit out in the back. I usually sit out in the front. But I decided to sit out, and I saw Steve, my delivery driver who drives at FedEx, and he greeted me in Arabic, and I greeted him. I said hello, and we're good. We are good. And he always has a smile on his face. He's a really good person. And I normally give him water. Next time that he was in a rush, I said, "You want water?" I'll just get myself back up the ramp and I'll go get you water. I always give him water, or a Coke, or tea. And he said, "I'm in a rush this time, and maybe if I see you out and I come back round, maybe I'll just take a water." So I make sure that all my delivery guys, he did not deliver anything to me today, he did it next door. And I was heading into my backyard, and he always speaks to me, and I always give him a drink. I always make sure that I'm hydrated. Even though it's just 106 today, it's not like 115, 117 degrees. We are in a cold front. And if there's a bloody cold front, I'm bloody Snow White. It ain't cold. It's hotter than yesterday. Yesterday was really nice, but then again we had lots of rain yesterday. And that's what put me sitting outside in the backyard yesterday. That was my first time sitting in the backyard for almost a year. Because I normally just go out, you know, when the temperature comes down in September, October, November time, and do s'mores with the family. And I decided to go sit where me and my sister used to sit together. And yeah, it pulled at my heart a little bit. I'm just stretching my upper body. It hurts. I almost cried, and then a dragonfly sat next to me. It landed on the rocking two-seater seat we've got outside. And my sister loved dragonflies as much as me, and she had a dragonfly on her hand tattoo. And she was good. So I thought it was Tammy, the way she was sitting next to me. That's my sister's name, Tammy. And no, she's not my sister by blood. She's a sister from another mother and father. She's my husband's sister, my best friend, my person. Everyone used to pick on Ricky, saying, "Oh, you married your sister's best friend? What the heck?" And he went from there. It was kind of funny. What I've been doing, I did Saturday night just after Shabbat. I made some earrings. I've got some forward ones. And my sister used to love flamingos, so I made some with these. And I'll probably wear. These are just for me, I didn't make them for my style. I haven't made anything like that for a style. And a broken necklace is on my desk. Oh, I only thought I could mend this broken necklace because it had the star on it. David Starr, so it broke. I can't fix it. Kids are being cut in paper. We've got about another 2-3 rows and then this is done. And I will be using, of course, purple. Because you can't just cast off, you've got to cast off by sewing it off. So you put this in here and you sew it around. And then you sew it out. Just trying to keep myself occupied so I don't think about tomorrow. You know, I think sometimes I wish it was me and not my child that had to face this. I always think that every time the kids are sick, why couldn't it be me? Why couldn't I get the COVID? Well, I've had COVID. What was that? That was not the remote, baby. Pick your cup up, please. It had nothing in it. You drank it all? Okay. That's got my daughter's cup on it and nails, yarn, you know, fake nails. In here, there's my second iron. I have 2 irons, one there, one over there. That's the red bird. The kids' Lego. Yeah, I've got like a china cabinet there. That's Deadpool, that needs mending because it was Henry's and he's hugged it to death. Then I've got all this. That's my inside, but I don't have curtains, I just have that. That's an old-fashioned light from the 1940s, still works. There's my second iron, my favourite. There's the rock band I like, Amorphous. There's my pictures of my daughter's wedding. I need to send to my daughter and my other daughter's graduation. I have a rubbish bag because I've got to empty my bin. Then I've got Bible, storybook, colouring book that my kids normally colour on, buttons, a washcloth, speakers for my computer, a bigger typewriter and a till. I also do my taxes on that. I sold nothing this year, nothing in my store. So that has left me a little bit iron dry this year. There again, it's my fault, not the customer's fault. I didn't make anything this year. One, with my nerve pain being pretty bad in my spine, spasms, UTIs, and then the kids getting sick. I have a little calculator here if I'm on the phone and I'm adding things up so I don't have to get the huge electric one out. Then that's my business card, that is my handwriting, and I've already done 3. I changed my name to Arenas Handmade Clothing. And I do clothing, rugs, blankets, memory pullers and bears, throw pullers. My Facebook is Arenas Country Girls Boutique. I tried to change the name on, because that's what it used to be, that's what it started out as. Arena's Country Girls Boutique. But I tried a lot of times to change my name, change the business name to Handmade Clothing, but Facebook won't let me do it. Then I've got my email, then I've got my telephone number, and I'm open Sundays from 12:30 to 7:15 p.m, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. But I also have a break on a Friday because it's Shabbat and we go to a synagogue. I'm only halfway through that. I thought I did it, but I haven't. I'm only halfway through it. So yeah, that's my business cards. I do it myself because it gives me, it's like something personal. It's my handwriting. It's done by me. So I give 1% to my customers. And I class you as family. So yeah, if you get one of my business cards, you will get it by handwriting. What is that? What is that? Don't know. Whatever it is, it's hard. So the kids have been using my glue on my table. Plus on a Saturday I don't work, and on a Saturday sometimes I catch my children. That what's spinning around is, come here, is yarn. It's a green coloured yarn, and you can just see it flicking around. Well, that's my pulley for my fan and light. Well, just my fan, not my light. I've got to turn the light off at the switch, but this will turn my fan off. But I'm not turning my fan off because it's too hot. This is Israel. I don't know if you can see it. Israel in gold. I had them personally done. Then I got the God one, the Jesus one. It says, "With God all things are possible." Matthew 19:26. I read both the Torah and the Bible. There's not much difference between the Torah and the Old Testament. I shared them all on my other one, Rebecca Nursery. That's London, and I've been to London obviously. I've got the American flag, and then I've got faith, different colours. I've got black, white, pink, the purple ones in our bedroom, and then I got the Cosmos pen. This is a Sagittarius. I'm actually Aquarius, and I also fall under Pisces. I've got a Hello Kitty, don't work I don't think. Let me scribble that. Oh, let me move that. It's coming alive, people. It's waking up, people, but not perfect. Oh, it is now. And it writes black. Oh, yes, my Hello Kitty does work. I wasn't going to throw it away. Then I got flowers and roses. I got a rose one like this. And I think this works. Oh, that does work. Not perfect. Just like the Hello Kitty. No, this one's wrong. No, that don't work. And that's brand new from Temu. Then I got tulips. And then I showed the roses, and I don't know where that one's gone. I guess the kids got it. Why is that like that? Because it's half open. And that don't work. But I'm going to have a look what it's like inside. Oh, it's one of those thicker ones. But you know me. Well, you don't, but I always try everything before I go out. See, I've got a lot of pen fillers here, and that doesn't seem to be much skinnier than that. Just trying to find the end, people. I'm going to go blue. All my pens almost are black. Because I do a lot of invoices and a lot of stock. Like, I need to do this, and let's see if that works. What? Why?
A video just said Jerusalem Cricket.
Jerusalem Cricket? We don't have a cricket team, love.
No, Jerusalem Cricket. Like that's some
Oh
kind
no!
of cricket.
I've dropped pieces on the floor. Can you pick that up, darling,
It's actually
please?
just a normal cricket, but guess what?
Oh, it's an animal. It's a bug called a cricket.
Yeah, it's a Jerusalem Cricket.
Thank you.
Do you know them? Do you know them?
Yeah. I know the crickets. I know.
Are you happy that YouTuber finally said Jerusalem Cricket?
Yes, darling.
So did that get Jerusalem?
He is Jewish and he's a 7-year-old kid. Do not attack him for being a blooming kid. The reason I say that is because a lot of people have attacked him for being Jewish, and it upsets him. Like I said, he's only bloody 7. You all can't be that mean to oh, why is it not going down? Oh, I'm pulling that off. Is it too big? You watch, it's gonna be too big. Way too big. Oh well. I also use them like that, you know, where I don't put them in anything and I just hold them in my hand. Yeah. Maybe I'm putting it in wrong. Maybe that goes in there. No. I don't know. Okay, this one doesn't go. It didn't work anyway. And my husband hates it that I keep pens that work. That don't work. And usually I just use them anyway, just like that. And I'm just going to put it there. Yeah, my glasses. I just bought Lilo and Stitch. The kids are not into Lilo and Stitch. They said they're too boy for that. 7 and 11. So when the 11-year-old says it's too much grown up for it, the youngest follows suit and says, I'm too big for Lilo and Stitch. And I'm like, well, your two sisters used to watch Lilo and Stitch, the cartoon, when it first came out at your age. Well, I'm not my sister. I said, nope, you're not your sister. They'd be watching Barbie dolls and everything else, and High School Musical. When that came out, Libby was head over heels. Libby's real name's Elizabeth. My dad couldn't say it when he had a stroke, so we cut it down to Libby. And she became known as Libby all the time. Because I just expected my dad to call her Libby and not anyone else in the family. So that kind of, you know, pissed me off. Like, come on people, you can say Elizabeth, but my dad can't, so yeah, Libby's stuck with everyone. And then Stephanie, my dad used to call her Steffi. And everyone else started calling her Steffi, and I was like, are you for real? I I cater for my dad because he had a stroke, but you lot. And then I asked my niece, I said, how is everybody around you? And yeah, we're from Tel Aviv. And you get some snobby people, just like anywhere in the world. You get snobby family, well, they're snobbish. Very arrogant people. And I said, how is everyone? And he said, well, when he says, well, we're okay. Me and my sister, my mum died a few years ago. My dad died in 2017. When I was pregnant with Anita, his mum was pregnant then. And he died. And I got told 3 days later that my father had died. And I was his only true biological daughter, but my two sisters thought it would be best not to tell me. But then again, guilt ate them up, and they let me know, this is my last row, and they let me know that my dad had passed 3 days later. And of course, we're Jewish, and we get buried the day we die, or if you die at the night, it's the next day. And my dad died at 8:30 a.m. So a few hours later, he was buried. Of course, he had Alzheimer's disease, well, dementia going on to Alzheimer's disease, and he'd had it for a few years. And I didn't know about that either, so it was too late. This is my final, so I'm going to get my meal ready to sew it. And I didn't get to say goodbye to my dad, so I did my own goodbye. I got told 2 weeks later that my mum died. Now she is my sister's mother, as well as mine. And I got told 2 weeks after, and it was my niece that told me my mum had passed. And it's the only person I speak to in my family from Tel Aviv. Other than that, we don't speak, because I'm not Hasidic and I believe in Jesus. So sometimes faith takes away the people you don't need. And I swear to my soul, I didn't need that woman. I didn't need my mother. Don't need her, don't want her. Okay, I'm done. Long enough. I tried to sharpen these because I don't as anything. But it looks like I'm going to have to get a stone and do it the old-fashioned way. The way we used to do it in Israel. And I'm sure all around the world used to do it. But look at that. Absolutely dull, so I have to use it like a knife. But once it's sharpened, I've told the children, don't touch that. I know, big mouth. Shut your mouth, don't tell the kids nothing because they'll do it anyway. I hope I have just cut enough to go around, which I think I did. And now it's take off and then start another one. This is taking me 2 days because I've had things going on. Well, 3 days because I've had things going on. And I'm going to go this way. Or am I going to go around and just end up here? No, I'm going to go the way I just came in. And it's a little tricky. It is a little tricky now. because I had to get her under. So I'm going to bring you down. And then I'm going to go up and then cast off, make sure that the thing is not caught. Then I can cast it off, pull a little bit, and go around. It's tricky, but it's okay because I can go either way. As long as I get the ball round and not go through anything, I am good to go. I love sewing, so this is not a pain in the bum for me. I used to, my sister, when I was younger, for some unknown reason, she used to always put holes in her socks and a toe, or the heel of a shoe, and she used to say, "Can you stitch my sock?" Because they used to be brand new, and she still managed to wreck her shoes. And we swore blind that she used to walk around bare feet in school while she played out, for the way she used to tarnish her socks. And she's still ungrateful today, so she still wrecks everything. And I've told my sons, if you ever do me that way, me and you are going to have issues. Because I've told them the holes, because I said, "Mum, how long have you been sewing for?" And I said, "Since I was 6 years old." And I said, "Why did you start sewing so young?" I said, "One, it's a Jewish thing, and two, my sisters used to wreck their socks, and so that they didn't get in trouble, I used to defend their butts and sew their socks where nobody could tell there was a hole." Obviously, when I first started out, it was scruffy and you could tell somebody had put their hand to their sock. And then my sister used to do something to a shirt, a school uniform shirt, and come and tell me. And if it wasn't on the seam, I'd say, "Well, you're in dookies, because there's no way I can do that. If I stitch it, people are going to tell you've stitched it because it's not on the seam. I'll stitch it, everything that you want me to stitch, if it's a seam. But anything that's not on a seam, I can't camouflage it unless I put a flower to it using cotton." And she said, "We can't do that, it's my school uniform." I said, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And she got mad at me, and I was like, "Why are you yelling at me? I didn't put a hole in your shirt." I said, "Why did you do it?" And she went, "I didn't. It just appeared." And I said, "You've had it 2 weeks. How can it just appear? I'm in the same uniform. Because you've got 1 year left at school, and sometimes you turned up for school, sometimes you didn't turn up for school." In 1992, after my grandfather died, my sister went to live with my grandma. And just like my older sister left my mum's house at 15. And my mum and my older sister and my other sister were close, so I could never understand why my sisters left home at that age. But my grandma asked for Amanda and not Jane. Yes, they've got British names. That's why Mum doesn't like traditional Jewish names, so she left that for them too. Plus the man she went with was British, so my mum's exes were British before she met my father. And as you can see, I'm tightening it enough to close the sew, and then I'll stitch it so it doesn't come undone. So I'm pulling it in because it is a hat. So I love it how it does it itself with a little bit of that. And yeah, and that's how it is. So my sister had to swallow her pride. My mum still, even though she lived with my grandma, my mum was the one that still clothed her and did the school stuff. And my grandma didn't have to spend her money on my sister. There we go. Got it. So yeah. And my grandma's money was always hers to keep. This is inside out. This is inside out. Now I'm going to go down here. I always put my knot. So I'm going to go like this, find a hole, go through it, and then thread it up, and then I turn it inside out. And then I stitch. And that's how it went. My grandma never spent any money on my sister. We didn't pay my grandma for my sister's keep because my mum paid for all the clothing. And Amanda wasn't a big eater. She is now, but she wasn't then. She was a picky eater. I think me and Amanda was the only two daughters of my mum's that had anorexia. When we were younger, I still don't like some foods, and I am allergic to burgers, beef, red meat. I'm allergic to red meat, period. Yes, it gives me a tied up stomach. It sucks. My kids can eat anything. Well, not everything, because one of my sons have got nut allergy, and he can't have peaches, and my other is severely lactose intolerant, so he can't have cheese, can't have milk. And then when I've done that, shoot, what was that? Okay. It's not in. So if they get washed, it does not come undone. And add in there. Oh, right to the back. Right at the back. I don't know. I cleared my throat because it sounded like I was having a frog in my throat. No, this is not a thingy. This is just a tail. And there you go. There's your act. And I don't put a border on. I don't roll it up. But this is a summer hat, and that's why it does have holes, so that air can breathe. Now I'm just going to weave this in when I've shut this up. And then I'll start the other one. I've been on here an hour. Don't normally do any videos here for my paraplegia unless I'm travelling, but I'm not travelling for a while. And I just take you around Broadwalk, the boardwalk of Bossier City, which is just over the bridge from here. So there's different districts. So it's just like New York and New Jersey, basically. and I'm just leaving it in. So that's being weaved in. If it comes undone, all she needs to do is tell me and I'll make another one. But I always make sure my work does not come undone. And I made one for my baby. But yeah. And there you go. One hat. Like I said, I love sewing, so sewing in ends is not a problem for me. And yeah, so today you're joining me at work. I make a news or sitting up and put it there. And there we go. And then we start all over again. And eventually when this grows, I take this off here and I lay it down, go down as you saw. It's not tricky to do once you get the hang of it. And it's just like one video for me to watch and I'm already ready to go the next, that time. And there you go. So when you get in there, what I do with my hook, I'm sure I put it back in here. Yes, the little blighter was hiding. And you bring it down and then you wrap around again at the top. So the yarn that you bring down will go over the thing if you don't know how to loom. I'm not sure if I want to do the video on how to learn you because this is not a crochet. This is not my business channel. I don't have a business channel. Maybe I should do that, right? Get my business out there on YouTube. I've never thought about doing that. I don't know where to start. I've had this business now since 2018. Well, earlier than that, it's 2016. But when I brought her back a year later, because I'd been knitting just for fun of it, my sister. I knit for my kids and my sister. My best friend, my sister-in-law really, but she was my best friend before she became a sister-in-law. So she was my sister before she became my sister. And we always said, well, I didn't do this, that's too. So excuse me when I do it, and then bring it down. Silly me. Yeah, sometimes I do it like that. I screw up sometimes. Hey, I can't be perfect all the time. So, and my sister said, your work is so good, why don't you do your own business? And I said, okay, I'll do it. So I had the money to do it. Did not buy a store because around here, stores are very expensive. I'm just going to be down for that. And because I want to talk to you, because I've been on an hour, and all I've been doing is working and just babbling on. But yeah, I made up my business and stuff like that. So it's not that bad. I work from home, so I'm with my kids all the time. Yeah. Right now it's just got a lot going off. And just need to go get a drink because my throat's dry. I don't want another coffee because that's my second cup today. and I wanted to now drink water. No, I'm not one of these keep fit freaks or those that eat smoothie, well, do drinks a lot of smoothies, a lot of protein stuff, because I've got my back and I don't make enough protein. Because we get sick into our stomachs very easy. I get tired of stomachs very easy, so I try not to do it. And then I've got to get my son's bag ready, because even though it's my youngest son's operation, it's my eldest son's high school meet the teacher and drop off your supplies tomorrow, so I'll be with my son and my husband will be with the eldest. Seeing the teachers, I've never done this before, where I've never gone to school to meet the teacher. This is a new school, so I don't know anybody there. And the teachers, I only know the headmistress because I've met her now three times, sorry. She's okay. She's arrogant, but aren't they all? At some point, I bet she calls your children babies, so maybe she's not as bad as I think. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. I like her anyway, and that's a good thing. But I don't know, I'm just like worried about the little one. But it's got to be there for 8 o'clock in the morning. I have a new baby. I've got my baby with me as well. So I've got the baby. So I'm not sure if I'm going to take my crochet. I might just take a small project, like crochet some shoes, baby shoes, and go about the business and wait for him to come out of surgery. And when he comes out of surgery, Mama's gonna go and sit with him in recovery, so I can go back and sit with him, because he's not going up to the unit ward or room, as we call it here in America. He's not going upstairs into admitting, so he is upstairs in the theatre, and we wait it out in the waiting room. And yeah, a lot are going off. I'm not taking none. Excuse me. I started knitting a baby bootie last night in bed at 12 o'clock because my son would not go to sleep, my 11-year-old. And his phone had died, and I was saying, yippee, his phone's dead, he'll go to sleep and start listening to me. Well, he didn't go to bed, and he was being a little jack in the box. So he lost his phone for a little bit. Now he's watching TV. I'm about to give his phone back because he's been good and quiet. So I'm about to give his phone back and tell him if he's like that again tonight, he'll lose it for a few more days, not just overnight and half the day. So did you notice the light go down? I think we're under a thunderstorm. I've got the headache. That's why I'm rubbing my eyes. I've got the headache, and it's just behind my eyes and around my head, like I've got a what do you call it? Migraine. Sugar. No, I don't have a migraine. I'm probably going to go watch some Coronation Street in Emmerdale on YouTube. I used to watch Home and Away and Neighbours, but then it went cruddy in 2012, and I haven't watched it since 2013 when it started going down the Swanee. It used to be good up until the main cast, they started bringing in ridiculous storylines, and it's like, my God. Yes, I have red hair. Sometimes I have this on, sometimes I don't, and I let my hair show. But most of the time we are covered. But we can take it off, it's not demanded for us. Which I quite like, because I don't like being demanded around, bossed around. I don't do bossing around very well. And I don't boss people around either, so you get what you get with me, and you get the full me, so I don't give you half of me and expect you to give me your full side, where, yeah, I give what you give. If you don't treat me right, then I still treat you right, so it doesn't matter how you treat me. These are my favourite pens. They're from Temu, and they come with this. Plus I've also got one here. So if you make a mistake, you don't need to go onto a wipeout Tipex. You can scribble it out using this. The blue one I just put up here was already being used because I made a few mistakes. And I haven't used the red yet, which is here. I haven't used the red pen. And I just love the Chinese dragon and Chinese art. I'm trying to get it to focus. And it's got the Cantonese writing or something like that. It looks Cantonese writing. I love Japan more than I do China, but I don't buy nothing from Japan for some reason, because they're not made it. But yeah, this is for my friend. Now she's getting one of these. She's getting one of these. And her husband is getting that American flag. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 American flag pens, so. And I've never used them. And that's how they are. They look like they've got little diamonds in. And I swear to God, she's a gem. She makes me laugh. So does her husband. He does this frog leg. I swear to my soul, he looks like a frog when he does it, because he's got these long legs. And when he puts his leg up, it's hilarious. And I just crack up laughing, and my son's come in and said, "What are you laughing at, Mum? What are you watching?" I said, "I'm just watching this," and yeah. I'm not going to mention the name on this because they're a different community, so a different video, YouTube channel. So I'm about to go get some water. I've already had lunch, so I don't eat now until 5 o'clock. And it's roughly about 3 now. No, it's after 3. So I'm going to go. I've been on for an hour and 14 minutes. So I'm going to go, and I love you. Hopefully soon before, well, we don't really have a winter in Louisiana. It's always hot, and Texas is always the same. It's hot, unless you go to the panhandle of Texas, then they have winter. But because they're northern parts, and they're just below, like Utah. So they're near the Rockies, going towards the Rocky Mountains. I want to go to the Rockies of Colorado. That is one of my dreams. The other one is to go to Nashville, Tennessee, because I love country music, and see the nightlife. And I want to go to the Colorado, every part, Denver, everywhere in Colorado. I want to go. America's got so much to see and very little time to see it. And you've got to have money to go see it as well. So, plus my husband don't want to drive. He doesn't want to leave Louisiana or Texas. The only places we ever go is Texas, Louisiana, Texas, Louisiana. I also want to go to New Mexico and Galveston. Galveston because of the beach. I love beaches. I want to go to California, just dip my toes in the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and said, yes, I did my dream. I've always had that dream since being 5 years old, 6 years old, to dip my feet in the Pacific Ocean. And I haven't followed my dreams yet. I've followed a few of my dreams. I haven't followed my big dreams. So, why am I starting with a cold? Allergies. Blooming allergies. Well, I love you, and I'm gonna go. And this is my office. In the top one, it's got some things that I've made, and I'm contemplating on selling it. Then there's my equipment in the middle, and in the bottom there's my fabric to make handmade sewn stuff. So I'm gonna go. I love you. Be happy. Be safe. Love each other. Never said that before on here. I usually say it on my other one. Just be happy and just live life. Life is for living. Live it to the max. Because you never know when you're called home. So, you never know. Tomorrow's not promised. My sister used to always say it. Tomorrow's not promised. And one day, she went into hospital, and 2 days later she died of sepsis. Now, I am angry with America for doing that because they didn't test her for sepsis. In any other country, they'll test you for sepsis, but America, in Louisiana, they didn't. I don't know if they do it up north, because I've never been up north and I've never been sick up north. But Louisiana suck sometimes with their medical stuff. I think it's just Louisiana. The doctors are not really good like they are up in Virginia, Vermont areas. Because all my friends I've got up there that's on YouTube and Florida, they say, well, come to Florida and get your physical therapy done. You'll love it here. Emo did Superman. Christopher Reeves, he set up a real, broken back, broken neck, paraplegic, quadriplegic rehab facility, and I've been told to go there, and I'm like, yeah, but once I get there, I'm going to be there for ages. Because I still need a few operations done on my spine. And yeah, it's not good. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. Tell me to leave because I could talk forever. Okay, I'm a blather. I talk a lot, so I'm always happy. Even when worried, I stay calm. I'm always happy. And this is me. My arm's shaking a little bit. It's because my legs are spasming because I've just moved. And I think they've stopped. And it hurts. It hurts. Because your muscles tense up like that. And you can't stop it. And you can't stand up and walk it off. Okay, darling, so I'm going to go. I love you. Bye.